Hey everybody, take two. I just did about half this video. I don't know how to edit things out. One of these albums I screwed up on, so I'm really going to pound this album when it gets to it because it's pissed me off. It's July 3rd, 2026, but happy July 4th. Happy 250th birthday to the United States. God bless this country. I love this country. This is the best country in the world. And that's one of the reasons why I'm picking, in my opinion, the best American band of all time, Kiss, ranking all their albums. You know, and say what you want about Gene, and the band has always been very patriotic. Say what you want about Gene, Gene loves this country. And Gene, in my eyes, is the ultimate American dream story. Mother escapes the worst, absolutely most horrific chapter on in this planet's history. Comes here, becomes an American citizen, raises her son from nothing, and he becomes Gene Simmons. Gene loves this country, loves the troops, and, you know, for all the, you know, forehead slapping moments with Gene, you got to give him that. So I'm happy to do the this Kiss video on July 4th. Again, I think this is the greatest country on the planet. Freedom is very fragile, and we need to remember that. It's not something that should ever be even in the realm of being lost. All right, so any rate, all right, I'm gonna start. When I do these types of things, I did this in my old channel, and this one's going to be totally different. I don't know if any of you have watched it, and the channel's gone. The bottom of this list is going to be very similar. I look at other people's videos just to get an idea. It's going to be very similar. So, but we get towards the middle and whatnot, and then on, it's going to be some shots very unique. So let's take a look. Let's start right off the bat. If you guys know anything about, yes, I have Hardwired to Self-Destruct covering the rest of the album, so you guys don't know what's next. Carnival of Souls. You guys know anything about me? I hate the 90s. I hate anything grunge or industrial or any of this crap. This is them. And Carnival of Souls, the final sessions, it's like they knew they were getting back with Ace and Peter. And it was like, well, we have stuff. Let's finish it off, and that's it. Bruce Kulick loves this album. Paul hated this album. Gene has kind of distanced himself from this album. I have no idea what Eric's. There's no song I like off this album. I don't remember the last time I listened to this. It's crap. I will probably never listen to it again. Next one. Not a big surprise. Monster. Again, there is nothing off this album I really like. And yes, this one and Sonic Boom, you know, here's the thing. I'm very loyal to Ace and Peter, and I cannot stand that their makeup has been hijacked. So yes, I'm going to go into those two albums and already have a very negative context and way of looking at things. But there's really no songs on here I like. No. I'm going to try to say, you know, the songs that I do like on albums. There's really nothing here. Next one, again, no big surprise by any means. Sonic Boom. Yeah, this is got this on eBay, I think from somebody in Greece. You know, I would check for this album every so often, and then somebody had it lower than the crazy prices people wanted, so I got it. The only song I like off this album is actually the Eric Singer one that, what's it called? All for the Glory. So, I do not like this album at all. Beyond that song, I don't think there's anything I've listened to. I think Modern Day Delilah sucks. And yeah. Usually those are at the bottom of everyone's list. Now this one, The Elder, was always seen, until Sonic Boom and Monster came out, I think, as the worst Kiss album. Now, I want to like this album. I do, you know, I do like World Without Heroes. What was the other one? God, I haven't listened. I think Odyssey. The other one, I haven't listened to this since I ranked this. I don't listen to this album all that much. I do want to. Ace is on it, sparingly. in that Behind the Mask, I think that's the name of it, that Kiss book that I read all the time. Gene said this was like, for a bad Genesis album, it's okay. This is Bob Ezrin's back. He's coked out of his mind. Everybody has egos except for Eric Carr. And, just a major misstep. And Gene will be the first to tell you this was a major misstep. I will keep listening to this album. I will keep trying. But, I don't know. We'll see. Next one is, pissed me off, Psycho Circus. Now, I love the song Psycho Circus. I love Into the Void. One's okay. Never listened to this album. And the reason this pisses me off, this isn't because I swear I screwed up. This is the same BS that they pulled in the 70s. We thought this was an actual Kiss album. It's not. It's a bunch of studio musicians. In that book, Gene and Paul tried... Oh, this is the lenticular cover. Gene and Paul try to blame Bruce Fairbairn, saying, he didn't want Ace and Peter on the album. No, I don't want to hear that. You're Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. Bruce Fairbairn is going to... You tell him that they're on the album. He's going to do what you say. This, no. Not a big fan of that one. All right, next one. This one's usually all over the place with people. Even in where I had to cut the last video, there was a sneak peek of the next album. Revenge. I never thought this was as great as an album as they hyped it up to be. This album didn't do as well as they wanted you to think it did. Nor did the tour. Now, the songs I like off this one are different from some people. I love Tough Love. I think that's a great song. I do not like Domino. I do not like Spit. I do like God Gave Rock and Roll to You. I like Every Time I Look at You, and I Just Wanna. I really do like Tough Love. Beyond that, once again, this is them trying to be more modern, trying to be tough, trying to have the comeback because there was such a backlash for Crazy Nights and Not in the Shade, which both did well. Don't forget that. But no, not one. And again, Bob Ezrin's back. Not one I visit at all. Next one is Dynasty. Traditionally not high on the Kiss album charts. Whoever had this before, I bought this in a record shop. I'll link these out in the songs, I guess. Let's see them. But I like about half of it. I like Dirty Livin', I Was Made for Loving You. I do like Magic Touch. I like Sure Know Something. X-Ray Eyes. I do not like 2000 Man. I don't. That's a big one. The band is just in a disaster at this point in time. Peter's not on the album. Who knows how much Ace is really playing on this album. So, I'll listen to it, and I will listen. These albums now are the ones I'll listen to all the way through, where I really won't skip things. But this one has grown on me over the years, and, maybe will continue to grow on me. Next one. Yeah, this is the one. This is where I got all screwed up. Screw this album. Dressed to Kill. I know everyone loves it. In fact, as I was watching a lot of the other rankings, this was for a lot of people's number one. I will listen to this all the way through. I'm so sick of Rock and Roll All Night. All For My Baby is my favorite song off this album. Side 2 is better than Side 1 in my opinion, but I think this is overhyped. I do think this and Hotter Than Hell do sound like rushed albums, do sound like, especially more this, and it's weird because Hotter Than Hell comes out first, that they're leftover songs that didn't make the first album, which some of these were. But I don't get it. I don't. I will keep, again, I'll listen to this. I'll listen to it all the way through. Right now I'm pissed off at this album, so screw it. Animalize. This is, in my opinion, I know you're like, wait a minute, there's other albums that are higher than the, yeah. This is the weakest of 80s Kiss on, No Makeup Kiss. Still not a bad album. I've Had Enough Into the Fire is one of the best Kiss songs ever. Heaven's on Fire is a great song. Thrills in the Night, which was, I believe, the other single, was a great song. While the City Sleeps. There are some really good songs on this album. But stupid Alexa's in the other room is talking. But Burn Bitch Burn isn't bad. The rest of them are okay. But is that the stupid thing in the other room? Oh, I'm not stopping the video for it. All right, so there you go. Animalize is the next one. Oh, Hot in the Shade. I don't like this album as much as I did when it first came out, because I did really like the songs that I liked on this album. Rise to It's Okay, Betrayed, I do like Hide Your Heart. I do like the single. Prisoner of Love is okay. Read My Body is good. Love's a Slap in the Face I really like. Forever I like. Silver Spoon is stupid. Cadillac Dreams is stupid. King of Hearts, I know it's Bon Jovi. Kiss, I don't care. I love it. King of Hearts is awesome. Street Give Us Street Take Away is stupid. You Love Me to Hate You, another kind of Bon Jovi-ish one, I love. Somewhere Between Heaven and Hell, Little Caesar, and Boomerang, I don't like. I don't listen to this album all the way through. I will let it play all the way through. Maybe I'll skip a couple on this one. But the songs that I do like, I like better than the songs I like on the other albums. So I know a lot of people hate this album. It's usually towards the bottom of people's lists, but I don't think it's that terrible. It's too long. I mean, that's what a lot of people say, is it's too long. Where people disagree is what songs should be on it and which ones should be off. Next one, again, Hotter Than Hell. Better than Dress to Kill, for sure. But I just, Got to Choose, which I know is a fan favorite. Not a big fan of. Parasite's awesome. I do like Going Blind. Watching You, main. Again, it kind of side 2 is more of my favorite than this one than side 1. Again, I will play it all the way through. There's no song in here I really don't like. I'm just not like all guns blazing for it. Next one. Asylum. This has some really, really good songs. What killed this one is the album cover. Now, when I was younger, when I was a teenager and whatnot, I would have picked Animalize over Asylum. And I was listening to this with my eyes because I was like, So I never really listened to it. And as I got older, I did. King of the Mountain's awesome. Any Way You Slice It is okay. I love Who Wants to Be Lonely. Trial by Fire is great. Tears Are Falling is great. I do All Night. Secretly Cruel is good. The rest are good, but those are my standout tracks. But this is a good album. This is all the songs on here, in my opinion, are pretty good. Oh, you guys ready to go crazy? Ready to go crazy? Because they're crazy, crazy nights. Us crazy nighters, the few of us that like this album. I do. Now, a shout out to my dear, dear friend, Ralph on the Almost Human channel. He hates this album, and I make him do track by track with this album all the time. And the poor man is just, he's going a little loony bin. But thankfully, he doesn't have to listen to this anymore, because I've made this man listen to this album so many times he doesn't need to listen to it anymore. And the funny thing is, the only reason I like this album, because until I started watching his channel, the only songs I liked off this album were the 3 singles, which I still do love. So Crazy Crazy Nights, I love Reason to Live and Turn on the Night. But I never cared for much more of this album. But as I watched early, when I found the Almost Human channel, or the Barefoot YouTuber, he would talk about the songs in depth that other people, when they made him listen to this album. And I'm like, it can't be that bad. Now, I will say I'll Fight Hell to Hold You is awesome. I do like it. So, like, songs like Bang Bang You, I like it. I kept listening. I'm like, is this really that bad? But the one that It really is an alert. We're in Chicago, and we went from a massive heat wave to now nonstop storms. The one he always talked about was My Way, and I did think that was terrible. And one day it got stuck in my head, and I started playing it, and something clicked. I like Hell or High Water. No does kind of suck. When Your Walls Come Down kind of sucks. Good Girl Gone Bad, nah. Thief of the Night is okay. But I'll listen to this all the way through. I'm sure when all is said and done, I'll like all the songs on this album. But I do love My Way, and I do love, the other one Ralph hates is the track that was left off, Sword and Stone. Should have been put on this album. I do love Crazy Nights. I am a crazy nighter. Lie out loud and proud. I don't care what you say. Blast me in the comments all you want. Yes, it's above Dressed to Kill and Hotter Than Hell. Creatures. Oh my God. I mean, this one, every single song. And again, I'll echo Ralph. Vinnie Vincent saved this band. He absolutely saved this band. I mean, I Love It Loud, maybe my favorite Kiss song of all time. War Machine, Creatures of the Night, Satan Sitter. I mean, I love every song on this album. This is an absolute great album. There's nothing I skip. Vinnie Vincent, even though Ace's Picture is on this, sadly he doesn't play, but Vinnie, his writing contributions to this, and then another one that's coming up. I mean, we never would have said goodbye to Kiss. I don't know if they would have had that 80s career that they did without Vinnie Vincent. I don't think they would have. They would have gotten back together, and we would have seen, success with a reunion. But I think a lot of this 80s success was because Vinnie Vincent was there in the early days. Great album, though. Again, I mean, now these are just phenomenal albums. Rock and Roll Over, absolutely. Now we're just going through my favorite songs on a list of great songs. Calling Dr. Love, Hard Luck Woman, I Want You, Ladies Room, just Baby Driver. I do. I mean, these are just awesome, stellar, unbelievable Kiss albums. Next one, Love Gun. And I think this was number one when I did this last time. Again, still a phenomenal album. And I just did a ranking of this one. Love Gun and I Stole Your Love are two of my favorite Kiss songs of all time. Actually, I Stole Your Love may be over I Love It Loud. Shock Me. I even like Plaster Caster. Even the ones that Hooligans, but I'll still listen to this whole album. Still love this whole album. So, yes, Love Gun. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. And then, of course, Destroyer. I know some of you are. There's an album that I know you guys are flipping out. You gotta be kidding me. This guy's in there. Go eat another hamburger. Yeah, I know. Destroyer. I mean, dude, this was. All the cards were on the table. And all the stars aligned correctly. Bob Ezrin. Every song is just perfect. Detroit Rock City, King of the Nighttime World. All of them. Beth. I mean, yeah. Great Expectations, Flaming Youth. A lot of people's favorite, and I absolutely see why I couldn't argue it. Again, now I'm going to give it to the guy. If it was 6 months ago, I probably would have put Destroyer first, but Link It Up, I've been listening to a lot more, and it's just slightly above it. Absolutely, positively love it. Exciter, Not for the Innocent, A Million to One. This album is just awesome. Absolutely awesome. Again, there are some like Dance All Over Your Face and On the Eighth Day, I don't think are super perfect songs, but I do like them. And the other songs, that's what puts this over this. Because the other songs that I really love on this album, I love more than most of the ones on this one. Tomorrow this could flip, but for right now, this is where we stand. I didn't pay much attention to this album much as a kid, and I'm glad I have as an adult because it's great. All right. Ready to go nuts? Ready to go nuts? Everyone ready to go cuckoo? I don't care. I do not care. I love Unmasked. Love it. The only songs that I think are somewhat weak are You're All That I Want and whatchamacallit? Is That You? But they're still good. Everything else I think is awesome. I love Torpedo Girl. Don't care. Say whatever you want. Love Two Sides of the Coin. I love She's So European. Shandy is incredible. I love What Makes the World Go Round. I will dance around in that that teal Paul G-string that he has on the back of Crazy Nights listening to this album. I do not care. I love Unmasked. I think this was my number 2 when I did this years ago. It'll most likely always be my number 2. It's same vein of Technical Ecstasy being my number 2 Sabbath album. I love it. I love it. I love it. Paul hates it. Gene doesn't like it. I don't care. Love it. Now, the last one, and rightfully so. I mean, absolutely, the first Kiss album. I mean, absolutely. I love Love Theme from Kiss. I do have another version with that's no kissing time, although the cover's really kind of beat up, but who cares? I don't care. I like Kissing Time. Black Diamond, Strutter, Deuce. Let me know. This is a perfect album. My opinion, this is an absolute perfect album. I love this album. I don't think anything will ever unseat this album. Years ago, again, I think this was like number 6 or 7, probably farther down the line. I don't know what I was thinking. This album is absolutely perfect. All right, there you go. Go crazy in the comments for Crazy Nights. Crazy and after Hot in the Shade. Go crazy with Hotter Than Hell and Dress to Kill. And, of course, Unmasked. I don't care. Don't care. Hey, happy 4th of July to everybody out there. Happy 250th America. Best country on the planet. Love being American. Love Kiss. Love their patriotism. This is the best nation on the planet. It's one of the best bands on the planet. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, blah, 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 and I will see ya.